Hey guys, what's going on? This is going to be a contest entry for JT's Record Room. JT is out in, I think, Reno, Nevada. Very cool guy, very chilled out. Really love his channel. He's hit 1,000 subs, and that's awesome, brother. You deserve every one of them. Guy's into the Grateful Dead. He's into this and all kinds of different music, man. But what caught me when I first started watching him was, hey, the Dead. He had seen the Dead. I think he told me once 50 times. Fantastic channel. Is always showing new music. Anyway, he's having a contest to celebrate his 1,000 subs. And he wants to show 3 genres of music, a new album we've been listening to, and a guilty pleasure. So I'm going to dig deep in my collection to dig up 3 genres that I don't normally show. How about the Dirty Rotten Imbeciles? They're 7-inch EP with like 30 some odd songs on it. Let's see. 9 and 22 songs on one 7-inch. Dirty Rotten Imbeciles. Some hardcore from 1983. I remember having this as a teenager, and man, it was crazy. It still is. I like hardcore. I like punk. I really got to be in the mood for this one. Kill your parents before they kill you. That is not advice from me. I'm just reading it. Some really crazy shit. Anyway, the Dirty Rotten Imbeciles, something I listened to in the high school years. I still have it. The Ramones, Minor Threat, Sex Pistols. Still listen to punk, but I listen to a lot more. One thing I do not like is, don't take this the wrong way, is Christian rock or Southern gospel. I am a spiritual man. I am a Christian. I just do not dig that, but I do like the African American gospel music, especially the Blind Boys of Alabama. In fact, I got another thing sitting here. This was a VCRT from my friend Gus69, Ben Harper, and the Blind Boys of Alabama. Wonderful vocals, wonderful harmony, great spiritual message. Even if you don't dig the message, the music is fantastic. Even if you don't dig the message, great early sounding African American spiritual music. Absolutely love it. I just never dug the Southern gospel stuff. I found it really phony and pretentious, and that's just me. Next genre of music, I'm going with Martin Denny. And this is an original UK pressing with the flimsy folder. Original issue on the London record label. Martin Denny, of course, the father of Exotica. Look how clean that record is. It's a funny thing how I know I'm not touching my vinyl. Somebody said something about me always touching my vinyl. You pinch the edge. I'm not pinching the vinyl itself. But that's neither here or there. Anyway, I got this at an antique shop in town. And usually I'm a pretty honest guy, man. Okay, the original insert. But the guy's kind of a butthead, and he had a few records just thrown to the side. And he was really focusing on, the rock and roll stuff he was selling. And I know the guy, Tony. And I found Martin Denny in that box. I said, "What do you want for that?" He goes, "Man, give me $5. Just give me $5 and get out of here. It's worth more than $5." Martin Denny. This is a reissue on clear vinyl. They say they only made 1,000 copies of the reissue. I don't know if I believe that or not. Anyway, Martin Denny, he was a jazz studio musician, played with a lot of people. And in the 50s, he was playing a club. It wasn't in America. I want to say it was either in Brazil or maybe it was in Bogota, Colombia. And Every time it was outside in the evening, and every time they started playing, the frogs started actually croaking along to the music, and that's the truth. And like a night or two later, and birds were chirping. A night or two later, somebody requested that song with the frogs in it. So he came up with this plan. He put all these sounds, jungle sounds, in his music, birds chirping, the frogs, and just really, really cool stuff. Exotica, if you're not familiar with it and you like jazz, you may like it. I got turned on to it by a Deadhead. He was like, man, if you like the Grateful Dead, you're going to dig Martin Denny. I'm like, what? So, like a week later, I came across this beautiful copy of the album, and I absolutely fell in love with Martin Denny. It's been about 3 or 4 years now. So that's 3 genres of music: hardcore, some faith music, and exotica. An album we've been listening to lately, new music. I don't think this is brand new. It probably came out a couple years ago. I'm going to get corrected if I'm wrong. Looking for a date on it. It came out in 2021, so it's new. Samantha Fish. This was VCOT from Gary, a physical format flipping rock and roll, man. And let me tell you, the album's as good as the cover. I've shown this a lot lately. I've been really, really listening to this one. Fantastic album. She has a song on here featuring Tech9, who I didn't know who he was. My oldest daughter told me he's like a famous rapper, and it's really cool how he raps along with her guitar licks. And just great, solid album. And a guilty pleasure. You know, I don't really feel guilty about any of the music I listen to or embarrassed. But this is a guilty pleasure because I've jokingly ragged on, hair metal and the 80s rock and stuff like that. So this is one I don't pull out when the friends are over. Jeff from Calico Silver's over. This is definitely not one I'm going to pull out, but I'm going to show you. But don't tell anybody about my guilty pleasure. Motley flipping crew, man. Shout at the devil. Shout. And I even sing along with it. Shout at the devil would probably be my guilty pleasure. I remember this came out. I was in high school, and I've told this story before, I think. Some friends of mine, man. This guy Henry in particular, his parents really freaked out, man, when he brought this album home, Shout at the Devil. Like, oh my God, it's devil's music. And it was like really like rebellious for him to, shout at the devil, hide this music from mom and dad. And I brought it home and showed my dad, and he laughed. And he's like, they're just taking your money, son. That's all a gimmick. It's all superstition. It's nothing true to it. So I could not rebel with Motley Crue. I tried. I did try. Anyway, guys, this is for JT's Record Room out there in Reno, Nevada. I would love to sit down and chill with this guy. He's got instruments behind him. He's got a music library that would just like blow my mind if I could sit there and dig through it. A good part of the VC vinyl community. Other guys out there having a contest is I still got to get on Mega Jeff. Got to get on your contest, and Ron Haggerty. Guys, be good to each other. I hope you're enjoying life because it's the only life we got. Yeah.